Now, if Donald Trump does a thing where he's like, I just want white people only in this bathroom, just good white people, nobody else in this bathroom. Yeah, sign me up. Like, I'll be the first person to impeach him, for lack of a better term. Starting a business should not be something that's hard for you, even if you need to scale your business. Do me a favor right now. Shoot me a DM on Instagram with the word coach at @TheBusinessBully, and we'll see what we can make happen for you. And we're back. Let's talk a little bit about the panic that's happening in the United States at this point. The latest thing I've heard is, well, Donald Trump is getting he's rolling back and taking us back to segregation and our civil rights and our civil liberties and blah 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 blah. We're talking about government bathrooms and DEI. Now, if you look at the video I did a couple of weeks ago where I talked about DEI, I broke it down that black people have to get themselves out of this situation where we're constantly caping for the advantages of white women who benefit solely, damn near, on these programs, whether it's affirmative action, DEI, the welfare state, up to and including Medicaid and food stamps. White women usually are the top minority. And with DEI, when it comes to DEI jobs, we're talking about 4%. So let me make sure I'm understanding this. We have an economy that is not doing very well because of 4 years of dormant and basically craptastical policies laid out by the Biden-Harris administration. And we're concerned with bathrooms. Now, if Donald Trump does a thing where he's like, I just want white people only in this bathroom, just good white people, nobody else in this bathroom. Yeah, sign me up. Like, I'll be the first person to impeach him, for lack of a better term. So let's break this down from a business perspective. You know, I'm a business coach and I'm an entrepreneur. So we got to talk about this from a real place. White people need black people. Black people are great. Let's just full stop. Like, black people are great. White people make a crap ton of money off of black people. They can't afford for us to be segregated from them. Because when we weren't with them, we were thriving. We had black banks that were thriving. We used, 5 years ago, we had 32 black banks. It's closer to 17 now. We had black doctors' offices, black lawyers, black butchers, black shopkeepers. We were self-contained. We had us because we didn't need them, and that was out of necessity. We have not prioritized black people. And because we haven't prioritized black people, anytime somebody that we look at as a black leader, even though most of them are leading black, shout out to the late, great Dr. Julia Hare, we continue to prioritize their BS and their narrative because everything is about being against Trump. Nothing is about being for your wallet, being for your child's education, being for your neighborhoods, being for the progress of black people by and large. Then we're giving kudos to people who are then putting out yet another bill in order to see if we can get something passed in order to study whether or not we should have a study on reparations. This is why both parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, don't take black people seriously. The Democrats don't take black people seriously because 90% of us are automatically going to vote for them. The Republicans don't take black people seriously because they know that 90% of us are going to vote for them. The other part of that is we don't hold politicians to account on anything. We don't realize that all politicians are for sale. I know you like to think that only the Republicans are corrupt, but I got news for you, boo-boo cakes. They're all corrupt. If you allegedly have somebody like a Jasmine Crockett who is worth $9 million but only makes $170,000 a year, there's a mathematical disparity. And last I checked, she don't have a New York Times best-selling book. Where's the money coming from? Nancy Pelosi is arguably the greatest day trader in the history of the stock market, yet and still we don't say anything. The Obamas got Netflix deals, house in Martha's Vineyard, house in Hawaii, and yet and still black people who just love President Obama and our forever First Lady are still suffering. Some of this has to make sense. And when it comes to segregation, this is not a situation where we go to the back of the bus, but let's talk about how we don't really prioritize ourselves, how we really don't love ourselves. Think about some of the dumb things we do. When you're in school, where's a cool place to sit on a field trip? Back of the bus. You don't think your ancestors are crying out for that? Like, we continue to prioritize nonsense. We uphold ratchetry like it's our right to be ratchet. We give safe space and we become the sanctuary race for ratchetry. And you're talking to me about alleged segregation over DEI bathrooms. And I know y'all love to talk about your one-day boycotts, but no, we're talking deep economical repercussions and consequences if we were to segregate. So you can take that off your worry list and focus on things that are a lot more tangible that we need to focus on, like prioritizing us, like group economics, like fixing our own self-education, why we have broken homes in such an abundance, why we no longer have consistent black on black marriages, but have an overabundance of black on black crime, why the census data continues to serve as one of the main reasons, along with the third and fourth grade reading scores, as to how many prisons get built in densely populated white neighborhoods so that the white children can benefit from the educational kickbacks and the numbers from those prisoners. And also, while big greedy corporations can benefit from slave labor because of that little clause in the 13th Amendment. So in short, to hell with a DEI bathroom. I want us to start focusing on DFS, do for self.